Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Antony Carpen in the wonderful village of Barrington in South Cambs, and if you look behind me, we've got the equivalent of a political gig happening. Actually, it's the hustings, the first of 3 hustings this weekend for the general election coming up, and it's for South Cambs where we have the band back together. This is Heidi Allen, Dan Grief and Simon Saggers, who were standing for election here a couple of years ago. And replacing Seb Kindersley for the Lib Dems is Councillor Susan van der Veen, who's a councillor just up the road from here in Melbourne. And we're at the Royal Oak. As you can see, we seem to be quite set up for a gig, but it's all politics. So, like I said, this is going to be the first of 3 hustings in South Cambridgeshire, and that happening this weekend. We've got another one coming up in Sawston at Sawston Free Church, and we also have another one in Cottenham. For those of you who have been following the hustings in and around Cambridge, we also had last night the hustings at the Moller Centre, where we had Julian Huppert, Daniel Zeichner, Dr. John Hayward and Stuart Tuckwood of the Greens all going head to head in front of a very, very tough audience there. That was organised by BBC Radio Cambridgeshire and by the Cambridge Evening News. Talking of radio personalities that we've got here, if you look at the other side of the camera, we have Hannah Olsen of BBC Radio Cambridgeshire, and we've also got Julian Clover of Cambridge 105. For those of you who have been following all things social media, you'll have seen, or some of you will have seen, the Cambridge 105 election panel that they run. Most recently, myself and Chris Rand were on that, just giving people an update of what was happening just across the 3 constituencies that we have. Lots and lots of familiar faces have come along here, as well as the regulars. We've got Councillor Bev Edwards, who's the chair of Barton Parish Council. I think it's Barton. We've got on the other side of the camera, just on the other side of my camcorder over there, you've got Councillor Amanda Taylor of Queen Edith's with the Liberal Democrats, and then I think on the Conservative benches just behind we've also got Chris Rand, who gave me a lift here. Anyway, what we've got, the setup we've got behind me, we've got the 4 chairs, we've got the sound system, and hoping it's not going to rain. So I shall love you and leave you and see you on the other side of these hustings, because after that we're going to be doing a live broadcast online where we're going to be inside the pub doing what's going to be more of, I hope, a public policy type debate, where we're going to be looking at a number of local issues in a lot more detail. And again, it's going to be Julian Clover of Cambridge 105 who's going to be chairing that one. So I shall see you soon.